Right, well that is it for McRaeathon Blast of the Past 2000. And yeah, over the last 2 days we've had as best as you can get for the racing community. They've been an absolutely fantastic community in providing all different racing games that they are brought to the table. From the wacky and weird games like Super Taxi Drive 2006 to the Java games of Sonic the Hedgehog, up until the likes of Trackmania Sunrise, or let's see, well, I don't know, the Need for Speed Carbon Race, or the wacky world of, well, just about everything you can think of. Now, in this closing speech, there are a few things to go over and to mention, but we do have Brionac and Kenzie. If you want to just quickly say hello.
Hello, everyone.
And just as like a bit of a few things to kind of go over. So obviously, as everybody knows, we've run our McRaeathon, our main McRaeathon event, earlier on in April. And now it's time to wind down for the year. Now, a few bits of news, but rather than me tell it, I will hand it over to Brionac to let them say. So, Brionac, floor's yours.
Yeah, shortly I'm leaving McRaeathon stuff for my tech position. Basically, in the recent times, I kinda lost interest. I mean, it's more like I gained a few different interests in other things, and speedrunning. The speedrunning interest has lowered a little bit, and so I thought that this was the right time to leave. In any case, I had a lot of fun doing tech and helping for all the McRaeathon events I've been in. I think the event has grown a lot in the recent years, and I think I'm also leaving the tech side of the event in good hands, since Kenzie has done an absolute masterpiece of work recently with all the implementations she's done on the tech side in the background. So I'm definitely leaving on a high, I think. So yeah, that's gonna be my last event as tech, and I wanted to thank everyone in the staff for having me, and also everyone in the chat as well for seeing the event, I guess. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you both for those words, and for having been a great person to work with over the I guess only few years that I've been here, but yeah, still great. You were great to work with, and good luck with your future endeavors and such.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think I can speak from all of us, Brionac, that the last couple of years, when you came on board the team, I think it's been amazing to have somebody such as yourself to come on board this team and to help us out behind the scenes. But not only that, but I think it was a case of with you stepping down, and like as as you were saying as well, I think since we've had Kenzie come on board as of, I think it was last year as well, back end of last year, Kenzie, if I'm right with tech side of things.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But it's been like a massive step up, like in general. Like we've had so many great events over like the last 7 or 8 years, and that kind of brings me on to our next point. So unfortunately, I bring some bad news. So whilst the main highs of this event have been absolutely fantastic, and we've raised down here £285 for charity, which has been amazing. Thank you so much for all your generosity and for all the donations and everything, the bid wars, everything. You guys have been absolutely awesome. I do need to reveal that we do have a bit of bad news. Now, this wasn't taken lightly. This was before Brionac's departure. But McRaeathon won't be running for 2026 at all. It will return in 2027. The reason we are taking a 1 year hiatus is simply because of the fact that for myself and Linky, my partner, we're both in the process of doing a lot of things IRL, so in the background, in real life. A lot of things are going to start getting in the way, and as a result, we've had no other choice but to. We have spoke, myself, Kenzie, and the team have all spoke about what we want to do going forward over the next year. But unfortunately, the way things have come around is a case of we've tried to figure out a way of carrying the event on over the course of next year, but we feel like taking a year hiatus would be a good idea. And the other thing is as well is the fact that, with just to kind of mention is that having that year hiatus will help us, obviously, when we come back in 2027. Obviously, I'm sure the racing community will be there in spirit and in force, I'm sure. There may be racing events on next year. I don't know. We will see for marathons wise. I can't speak on what other event organisers decide to do. But I just want to quickly mention a couple of things. So first and foremost, in terms of who to give thanks for this event. Obviously, I can't take any of the credit really. I mean, I'm just a guy that organised this behind the scenes. But in terms of how everything is done. Kenzie for doing all the Node CG, Zola for doing the amazing graphics you've seen on board during this marathon, my partner Linky for doing all the social media, Brionac for helping out with a bit of tech and stuff behind the scenes, Prosec for doing hosting, and I can't help but obviously the main big mention is NSG as well, who have been nothing but amazing. So Nordic, big mention goes to him. For allowing us to use their NSG PC to broadcast this, not just to the McRaeathon channel, but to the NSG channel as well simultaneously, to have a bit of a dual stream going on, has been very much amazing. I want to just thank you as well. Lastly, biggest thank you goes to all our runners, all our volunteers, everybody who's helped out run this event, everyone who's participated, whether you're a co-commentator or a runner, all of your games, runs, commentating, everything has been just amazing to have for this one last ride that we've got. Don't worry, McRaeathon isn't going anywhere. It will be staying here. We will be having an event. It will be running in 2027. When, we don't know, because I can't put a time on it, but obviously we'll try to make sure, if we can, we'll try to get it around April 2027 when we do run it next. Now, I know that this might come as a massive shock to a lot of people, but like I said, I think we've got our reasoning, which is quite fair. And just from all of us at McRaeathon, thank you very much for being a part of this event this weekend. Thank you for everything. I can't thank you enough. Like I said, I can't take any credit, but I also can't thank you guys enough for everything that you guys have done. And as we said before, with Brionac leaving as well, we will miss him. He'll be very much missed. He's been a very key, valuable part of our team behind the scenes as well. And I think it's about time we park this old banger in the garage as a blast from the past. And we'll fix it up. We'll do it up. We'll get it turned around in a year. When we come back, like I said, we'll be back better than ever with as many great racing games, wacky or non-wacky, as ever. Any final closing thoughts, Kenzie or Brionac?
I thought let's just round out the thank yous with thanking as well our fantastic hosts Dino and Howlin' Mad Mike. Also like to thank Paige. It's Paige. I think first time volunteer for McRaeathon, has done a great job on tech with us, keeping things running. And just not to forget, I would like to thank both Inkfarer and Zoton for figuring things out on getting the Node CG running for this event. For the viewers, most of it, we hope that you didn't really notice a lot of difference, because that's the whole point, that it all runs smoothly. And basically, it just makes things easier and more streamlined for our tech side. But Yeah, exactly. Like, I think we've had a fantastic event. I'm pretty sure we're not forgetting anyone with the thank yous, because, like, of course, I'm now running the risk of being like, okay, let's make sure we thank everyone, and then of course you run the risk of forgetting someone. I don't think we've forgotten anyone. I'm terribly sorry if we have. But yeah, okay. I think that's all from me. Thank you, everyone.
Any
Me,
closing
I
thoughts,
just
Brionac?
want to
Oh,
say, yeah, for me, I would just want to say that, of course, I will stick around in the McRaeathon Discord and eventually with future events on the Twitch chat, because I always enjoyed this event from the start when I ran the first time in what it was 2023, I think.
I think
Don't
so,
remember
yeah.
precisely
22, 23, something around
with
that.
distance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was quite some time ago. Yeah, but I'll stick around. Don't worry.
Well, like I
Like,
said,
good.
you're more than welcome. You're always going to be welcome to join back in and join in on the fun. The one last thing I will quickly mention as well, just above everything else, is obviously for those wondering as well with like VODs and everything else. VODs will be up over the next coming weeks. They'll be done in bits and bats, but obviously we'll make sure we'll schedule them so every Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. They'll be out. So if you've got a PB or a particular VOD, we'll highlight them here on the Twitch channel. So if you want to watch them back, you can do. But they'll be on the YouTube channel eventually over the next like month or two, give or take, depending on YouTube's algorithm and schedules and stuff like that. But if you have got any feedback from this event, so if you've got anything that you want to tell us about, whether it's the schedule or the games or anything in particular, we'll have a feedback form out over the next coming few days. Obviously, in our Discord server. If you've not joined the Discord server, feel free to join in and have the conversation with other fellow racers. I'm sure that there'll be a conversation or two in there as well. You can find us on Blue Sky. I know that we plugged this a lot during this event, but we have disappeared. Well, we have left Twitter behind, or whatever you want to call it these days. We've moved full time to Blue Sky, so we have our Blue Sky primarily for our social media. We have our YouTube channel, and obviously we've got our community here on Twitch and on Discord if you want to find us. So yeah, like I said, it's always been a great event. I think this event, and I'm glad that we ran lost the past 2,000 compared to. I think last year it was a bit of a disaster, but again, I'm not going into that. But yeah, I'm glad that this one went really, really well, and yeah, we'll definitely be back. Don't you worry. Like I said, for now though, we're gonna park ourselves in the garage, get ourselves sorted out, and take a well needed rest, not just for a few months, but like I said, for a full year. Don't worry, we'll be around and active in the Discord. But I think that's all there is from our side and from me personally. I'm going to quit yapping, and we're going to, like I said, park it in the garage, and that's going to be it, really. So yeah, I think pass you guys back over to our finale, our intermission. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for everything. I can't say thank you enough, to be honest. And yeah, we'll see you guys for McRaeathon in 2027. So until then, good day, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, ta-ra. Bye-bye.